I heard you need another book for your TBR list. What do you mean you don't need a new book? Yes, you do. You know what? Let me convince you. Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. Pixie Hollow Fairies. Picture that. Pixie Hollow Fairies. You don't know what Pixie Hollow is? Yeah, you do. Peter Pan. Neverland? Yeah, you do. What do you mean you don't know? Tinkerbell? Tinkerbell's a pixie from Pixie Hollow. Pixie Hollow takes place in Neverland. That's where it's the whole story's at. You don't know? Okay, let me explain. Peter Pan happened. Peter Pan got really popular, and it was Peter Pan 2. That shit was good, actually. If you haven't watched Peter Pan 2, like when Wendy's daughter gets taken by Peter Pan, it's actually pretty good. And then when Peter comes back and he's like, Wendy's like, "Hi, Peter." Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was sweet. I'm old. This is really depressing. Anyways, so that's kind of where we get the timeline, and then we get introduced to like the Pixie Hollow fairies because of Tinkerbell, and then we learn more about Tinkerbell, but I'm pretty sure the Tinkerbell series, the Pixie Hollow and all the stories behind that, is a prequel to Peter Pan, because Peter Pan doesn't exist, nor does I don't know if Captain Hook does, because there was a Tinkerbell series or a Peter Pan kids series that I don't know if they're considering that as canon yet. It's kind of like the Rapunzel series, like Tangled. Some people consider the series a canon and then others don't, like my partner. Because it really depends on how you would take it. So Pixie Hollow, not connected to Peter Pan, but it would be kind of a prequel. That's what I'm going to say it is. This is the prequel to those prequels. So again, there's a movie that came out called Secret of the Wings that talks about Tinkerbell's twin sister who was born in the winter side of Pixie Hollow. Each side of Pixie Hollow, it is divided by seasons. So fall, summer, spring, and winter. And that's where we find out that Tinkerbell has a twin sister, and it's a whole thing. I don't want to spoil the movie, it's been out for forever, but I'm talking about the book. This is the prequel to that, and it was really important because in the Secret of the Wings, there's a character we get introduced to. Well, two characters, but not really Clarion, because the queen of Pixie Hollow is Queen Clarion at the time, and you kind of see her in the other movies and in the books as well, but they do introduce a certain fairy called Mallory, and he is the warden of the freaking Winter Woods. Did I get that right? If you hear me call him the Duke of the North or the Lord of the West or the Lord, doesn't matter. If you hear me say that, I'm talking about him. It's just there's manhwas that's like the Duke of the North, and it's always in a snowy area that they live, and then the vibe is always the broody type, or he's so serious, he's actually super soft. That character gives off that same vibe, so I always call him the Duke of the North. He's just the warden of the Winter Woods. He has a whole thing. Anyway, so this book, Wings of Starlight, takes place before Queen Clarion is queen. And, oh my gosh, I could go on about this. So basically, the book starts and we get introduced to the queen at the time, Elvina. Guess there can only be one type of, what is it, royal? No, is it? It's governing fairies. So it's like the queens. There can only be one at a time, and they're unlike the other fairies who are born of tears, or not tears. It's like a child's laugh. Instead of being born from that, they're born from starlight, or a falling star. So there can only be one at a time. When one is born, it means the other queen will die soon. So Queen Elvina has this overprotective, motherly, that's her view when it comes to Clarion, because she's no, you have to be perfect, you have to be distant with your people, you can't have them know how you truly feel. And we kind of get in the POV from Clarion. I'm going to say Clarion, if I call her Queen Clarion, you know what I mean. It's just that she's not a queen yet, and that's a very important part of the book. And Queen Clarion wants to be more involved with her people. They to be fair, it's really hard for her because every time she interacts with fairies, they're oh my god, it's the queen, oh my god, hi Queen Clarion, and they treat her like an untouchable, oh my god, we gotta move, we gotta leave this room because Queen Clarion's here, we don't want to bother her. And she's no way, but I want friends. And her only friend is her bodyguard, and then there's another fairy, but I don't remember what she actually does. All I know is I think she's like a seamstress fairy because she makes an outfit for Queen Clarion to go into the winter woods. It's a whole thing. I'll explain it. But yeah, so she only has like two people that she can really turn to, and Alvina is not one of them. The queen that's taking care of her, the motherly figure, is not. She is like an overprotective, God, what? It's kind of like Mother Knows Best. You know the song from the Tangled movie? It's like, Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. Don't fucking do anything else. Basically, the vibe of it, to the point where the main issue with the book, or the main plot point, is there is these fairies that are getting attacked by this darkness and getting basically like, so these fairies are getting petrified, and there is no cure for them, and it's multiplying. Like, more fairies are getting attacked. Queen Alvina's is like, we just need to seal us away. We need to like make sure we protect ourselves, and that's it. Like, we need to be selfish when it comes to this. And Queen Clarion realizes that the darkness is coming from the winter woods, which is why she asked her friend to make her an outfit so she can go over there. She just can't fly, she has to walk. She crosses at this point to the winter woods. When she gets her outfit, she crosses, and she's met with this really tall and muscular, super attractive, silver-haired Mallory, who is riding his winter owl, one that you see in the movies. And he's like, oh my god, oh my goodness, I was actually waiting for someone to show up, because he actually knows where the darkness is coming from. It is sealed away under this frozen lake in the winter woods. And there is some plot points where it's like her power as a governing fairy might be the key to sealing them away again, or making sure they're like completely sealed. But she's trying to do all these things without telling Alvina. And when Alvina does find out, because of course she's gonna find out, she's like, nope, there's this log that's connecting both worlds, like the main Pixie Hollow where the queens live, and then the winter side. They're like, we're gonna cut it down, we are gonna disconnect ourselves, and the winter people are just gonna have to fucking die. Which is like literally what she says without saying it. But she's like, nope, they can fend for themselves. And that's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was really hard for me to really want to be on Alvina's side, because like, she was like, nah, condemn them. Like, I need to protect my people. Like, I get it, but like, also like, girl, like, all of Pixie Hollow is what you're supposed to watch over, not just like the convenient parts. But it ends up the shadows didn't need a log, because I guess they were like convinced the log was helping the shadows cross, but the shadows could fly anyway. Oh my goodness. So there's like this little romance that starts blooming between Mallory and Queen Clarion, and they're so like soft and like innocent. It is such a cute romance that is blooming, and like they even share a kiss, and it's so but it's so bittersweet, because that's the thing. You're reading this book, you need to watch the movie first. Even though it happens after, the movie will set place, because it will set you in the right path, because it's set in a time where Lord Mallory and Queen Clarion aren't talking. And when they do talk, you see that Mallory has an injured wing, and you're like, what the hell happened? And you kind of get that it happened in the past, but the movie doesn't explain it, because it's all about Tinkerbell and her sister. But the book does explain it, and he basically sacrifices himself, or like he puts himself into danger, because she gets attacked by the darkness. She's able to fend off the darkness, but because he travels into like Pixie Hollow, which means he's no longer in the winter area, his wings start melting, and he doesn't have no twin brother. I mean, they could have one, and that'll be kind of great. Anyway, no, he doesn't have a twin brother, which means he can't repair his wings ever. Like he lost his ability to fly just to save the love of his life, Queen Clarion. That's a spoiler. That is like the ending. And because of all the trauma that they both went through, like Queen Clarion had to hide the whole Lord Mallory from her friends, and they felt kind of betrayed, but they're like, no, but we kind of understand. It's just, by the time you get to the ending, and Queen Clarion, spoilers, is basically like, we shouldn't continue this. Like, I'll still have connections with the winter, land, but we can't be together. And oh, that broke my heart, because he was like, but we could, and she's like, no, I saw you get injured. I can't do this, because I'm just gonna cause you so much more pain. And like, oh, my heart, because that's how it ends, basically, is like, she's like, oh, we're gonna have more connection with the winter fairies, and like, as she closes herself off. So all the things that she was trying to fight against, that Alvina was telling her, like, no, you do have to be, put your distance away from your people, and she couldn't quite understand why she had to. At that moment in the end of the book, she understands why she has to put that wall between herself, because the moment that she did open her heart, someone got hurt, which was Lord Mallory, and she can't forgive herself. That's the love of her life, and because of her, like, what she believes was her recklessness, he can no longer fly. And flying is this huge thing for fairies. Obviously, they're fairies, that's their whole thing. And Mallory is like, no, I have my owl, I'm okay, I just want to be with you. And she's like, I can't be with you knowing that you'll just throw your life away from me. I can't. And oh my god, that breaks my heart so much. Oh my god, Lord Mallory, I cry for you. That's why in the movie, that's why you watch the movie first, you read it, the book, Wings of Starlight, and then you watch it again. Because in Wings of Starlight, they get back together. And can you imagine how many years it's been since, like, they talked? Because she was queen for a long time. Like, fairies, I don't know their lifespan, man, but like, they're like old. I mean, at least Lord Mallory's older, and like, he's more closed off by the time the movie happens. And then the fairies are no longer as close, because Tinkerbell doesn't even know she has a twin sister. So that means that this alliance, or like this, like, oh, we're gonna take care of the winter forest as well, does not last long because of whatever reason. And obviously we don't know much about that. Maybe the new book that came out in part of the Wings of Starlight series explains it, but my heart is like torn apart when I read it. But it's like a bittersweet ending, because you knew what it was gonna happen. Like, you knew by the end of this book they were not going to end up together. So this book ended up being more of a, it's not the ending, it's the journey. And this journey I would love to take over and over again. So when I say this is like one of my favorite books, it's because it's everything I wanted in the Pixie Hollow series, and like what I wish sometimes I would see more in Disneyland. Because you go to Disneyland, you see Pixie Hollow, or like the little area that they have, but there's like no one there. They'll have like the statues, but I'm like, no, give me Queen Clarion and Lord Mallory. Like, give me that. Give me all those feelings. And the writer, freaking Allison Saft, is, oh my god, the way she writes, the way that she just explains the feelings and the scenery and the world. I felt like I was a fly or like a bee watching all this happen. I was like the owl that was giving them a ride. I was like the shadows that was hunting them. Like, you feel like you're a part of the world when you're reading this. So I have no complaints for this book. I guess the only complaint is that the book is like categorized as young adult fiction, or sci-fi fiction, which means that there isn't anything beyond kissing. That's my only complaint. But I understand it's a Disney book, I get it, but like, I can still complain. uh, don't worry, don't worry. After this book, I picked up the Never King, and like it fixed it right up, you know. That's another review. I'll do some other time. But yes, Wings of Starlight. God. Oh, I feel so good. Like, it's so sad. It's okay. Let me see how many pages it is. Like, it's 389 pages of pain, of pure pain that I would relive again. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. There is really amazing. We have a LGBTQ couple, and like that's her friends. They end up getting together, and it was really cute because it was like will they, won't they, and I guess they get together like off screen or like, you know, when we're not there, which makes sense because we're, you know, viewing this through Clarion's eyes, and Clarion keeps running off with like Lord Mallory, which means leaves her friends behind, and they get closer. So this is so sad. You know what sucks is that when you watch Pixie Hollow, like the movie, the Secret of the Wings, none of Queen Clarion's friends are there, which means they're fucking dead. Which means that she has no one to talk to. Which means like why it hurts more. Or why I'm happy. I guess it's like a happy like thing because she ends up back with Lord Mallory, and she's not lonely anymore because she has him back. But like her friends are dead. Her mentor is dead because you know how I said there can only be one governing fairy at a time? She's fucking dead. Everyone's fucking dead but him. I will say that this recording of this review did not take me like 20 takes. This is like, maybe I messed up like the beginning like twice, but like one take, that's all it took. It's because I really liked this book. I really, really did. I feel like I don't think I missed anything. I think I got the basics of it down. Man, the difference between a book that like you don't really like the ending to versus this kind of book where you're like, I love this ending, give me more. This could have been longer. This could have been like anything. I want more. Like the new book came out, and honestly, like, here's my opinion. Like, I haven't read the back. Maybe I'll give it a chance, but like the reason why Wings of Starlight was special to me was because it was Queen Clarion, and I really had a soft spot for her. Because I wanted more story of her. Like I was like, nah, we get a lot of like Tinkerbell, but I'm like, nah, give me the queen. I want to know her shebang. Give me that Lord Mallory. Give me what he is, whatever. Like, give me some of that. Delicious. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Yes. I'm just sad. Now I'm sad. I don't know what to say. I'm just sad. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video, in my next review, or my next post. Thank you for joining me. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. I'm happy I read it. I'm sad about it, because that feeling is gonna be, I'm gonna be stuck with it. I'm just, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll cry about it later when I'm not recording. Okay. Bye. They could have been happy. I mean, they are happy. They are happy in the end of the movie, but in the book, at least they kissed. Oh, it was soft too.